So that kid,
Yes.
7 to 10, was walking ahead of whoever. I don't know. She may have been alone. I don't know. She looked like she was with people.
Yeah.
3 people walking behind her.
Like parents or uncle or
Yeah,
something.
like 2 older sisters and a mom or some shit. And she had a phone in her hand. And she was not looking up. She had a backpack on, and she was just walking with her head down, looking at a phone, scrolling through shit. And she was 7 to 10.
Yep.
By Alex's estimation. That is a huge problem with me.
Between my own brainwashed, no future, sorry it wasn't your fault if you're listening to this 10 years down the line, my little brothers who were not their fault, not given a future, growing up in the environment that they did, with the parents that they did, can fucking navigate a smartphone. My friend from Susanville, that I worked at, pizza factory with, he had a son who was 2 or 3 years old, and he was able to navigate my friend's smartphone to be able to turn on music. Why? Just why, America? Why?
Have I told you that I've actually seen people in restaurants and their kids have a tablet or a cell phone in their hand so their kids will be quiet so that they can have a quiet night out to themselves, kind of?
God forbid we should actually, practice talking during dinner again.
And spending time with our kids.
Yeah. Dude, that's the thing. That's another thing that bugs the shit out of me, too, about this whole distraction thing that we're doing. Just putting kids in front of TVs and fucking social media and let them just do whatever as long as they're not bothering us, the adults, is we want to complain so much about the skyrocketing depression rate and suicide. It's you fucking parents who aren't taking time with your kids. You are putting them in front of smartphones. You are feeding the problem by letting them be on social media at 7 years old, being on the internet where they're constantly being told they're not good enough by a bunch of internet trolls. You are letting it to happen, and instead of actually doing anything about it, you're blaming the teachers, you're blaming the media, you're blaming everybody but yourselves. It's you fucking parents who are causing all these suicides. Take some fucking time with your kids.
Accountability. And breaking news here. This just in, I literally just read this like 20 seconds ago, which is weird because my phone doesn't work unless I have Wi-Fi, and we're at the marina where Wi-Fi doesn't work. I'm completely undercutting my joke right now. Breaking news, it's always been your fault.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when your kid shoots up a school, don't blame the bullies, blame you, because I've actually seen things where kids were fucking bullied, and as long as their parents were in their lives, they didn't shoot up a school.
That's exactly it.
And they're using they're like, oh, well, kids wouldn't shoot up schools if they didn't have access to guns. We should cut off guns. Like, no. Start the problem where it starts. If the fucking parents were more in tune with their kids, they wouldn't want to shoot up a school because they'd actually be well adjusted. But no, you wanted to have 12 kids, depending on where you are, or you wanted to have 2 kids, 3 kids, you got tired and you gave up. If you don't have the patience to have kids, then don't fucking have them. Again, breaking news, we have plenty of them. Go to an orphanage if you want a kid. Don't have your own. Just because this is America doesn't mean that everybody should have one of everything. We can share, or we can pick up the scraps from other people.
Who was it? Please remind me, because I'm sure if anyone's going to know, it's you. Who made that quote about, the American dream not being existing because you have to sleep to dream?
Oh, that was Low Key. That was a rapper, Low Key. He's from London. He's half Muslim. Well, he's half Middle Eastern. He said, the American dream only makes sense when you're sleeping.
Yep.
I went, holy fuck, that guy is smart.
Yep, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, because the American dream really is a fucking illusion to push all of us towards all this, everything that they want us to be pushed towards. Brand recognition, fucking just partying and just breaking down our brain cells, because then we're not asking questions. Then we're not posing a threat to authority. Then we're just getting that much closer to the idiocracy / 1984 reality that we're already living in, but pushing it that much more towards a black and white actual representation of those.
Bottleneck. We're all being pushed into a bottleneck. They're giving us less and less choices, and it's how you fucking herd sheep. You only give them one way out, and people that will just go that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard the term sheeple. I'd rather use the term lemmings.
Lemmings?
Yeah, lemmings are monkeys, and you know what? I don't exactly know. Damn it, put me on the spot. Lemmings are monkeys, and I guess they're a lot like sheep.
I know.
Really?
Dead air.
Oh, I thought there was like more to that. Like, how are they like sheep? Please.
I was trying. That's why I stopped talking, because I can't. It's not even the fact that I can't articulate it. It's the fact that I don't know.
Oh.
So, again, owning up to my own stupidity.
Well, just for the audience out there who is not.
Lemmings are like sheep because they're both animals.
Ah, saved it.
I was being sarcastic as shit.
For anybody who is literally everybody who's listening to this but isn't here to witness things, two kids were like biking behind us as that dead air started to happen, and my initial impression, which was completely wrong to me, so I apologize to you, Sean, was I thought you were censoring yourself. So I would much rather
No.
Yeah, that was, like I said, stupid of me to assume that, but like I would much rather it, like, you know, go to dead air because you were just hung up on a thought rather than you censoring yourself. So that is completely excusable dead air.
Actually, number one, I wasn't thinking. I was realizing halfway through my I prefer lemmings thing, and I realized I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. So I trailed off for that reason. Number two, I did the dead air thing because it was I'm going to explain it. It's a shitty joke, or it doesn't make the joke as funny, but it was a reference to Always Sunny. Where Frank and Dee make a podcast and they start talking about technology, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So they just stop talking, and then Frank is eating chips and he goes, dead air. So that's why that happened. I didn't even mean for that to be such a perfect reference to the exact thing that happened, but it was.
That is amazing.
So I have a proposal.
Serendipity. Yes.
I think we should stop talking about serious shit for a while. Because we get really passionate about serious shit, but it always seems to be the exact same thing.
Yes. So, space fish, but not really.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, we need a goddamn name for this fucking thing so we can release it to people.
Yeah. One of these days. Fuck, I have the night off. I'll jump on Photoshop as soon as I can.
Yeah, you should.
The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time.
No, I thought you were going to say during cold weather because it rhymes.
One with a collar, turtleneck, that's the kind.
Did you just make that up? Don't. What? What did I do? He's standing up. What?
SpongeBob reference.
Is it new? He's peacock.
No, it's not new.
I don't know that one.
I don't even remember the episode or what that episode was about. I just remember that one part.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, no. I remember.
I was going to say, wow, proof it's a SpongeBob reference.
So fucking A. SpongeBob gives up his career as a fry cook because he thinks that he can get into show business because he does some things that like the crowd is cheering for or whatever. Remember? And he starts like using the Krusty Krab intercom as his like thing, and then he starts singing to the crowd, and he starts singing that song about sweaters.
Wait, that's not okay, but it's a different one. Okay, yeah, it has to be a different one from when Squidward puts on the talent show, right?
Yes, different than that.
Okay, I don't know if I've seen that one. Like, I remember him singing to the crowd, but that's all I remember. Whenever I think of somebody using an intercom at a fast food restaurant, I think of Family Guy, and Peter goes, "Attention, testicles." That is all. That's what I think of.
SpongeBob's like always on my mind. There's always a reference to be made about SpongeBob.
I think there's always a reference to be made about anything if
True.
you have enough references in your Brizane.
Yeah.
There's a dude at work actually that I make references to all the time, and like he makes some, and I go, I don't know what the fuck that is, but like I'll make references to him, and most of the time he gets them. It's actually pretty dope. And just for the record, I am a hardcore hippie, freedom for all, no matter who you have sex with or what color you are kind of guy. And this guy's conservative, and guess what? We get along just fine. Isn't that weird?
How weird.
I didn't think that was possible.
It goes to show just, like, you can believe anything you want. You can be as intellectual or intelligent, wise, or even stupid as fuck as you can be. But the heart of the matter is, as long as you just accept another human being for the way they are, just as long as they're not negatively affecting you, I suppose. Like, if someone's bashing you, full justification to bash them back. At least that's the way I believe. Fucking justice for eye for an eye.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't care about being blind. I'll take everybody's eyes.
I will take your eyes, and I'll make them my eyes, like that movie, The Eye. Right? Is that the movie?
Yeah.
The one with, what's her name? Jessica Alba, and she's blind, then she gets those How the fuck do you have haunted eyes? Like, how have you seen such horrible things that your eyes are haunted?
Literally haunted.
Jesus, like, what movie are they gonna think of next? Oh man, this guy got donated teeth, and they have cancer in them. He has teeth cancer. That's not even a thing.
This guy got a nose transplant, and it was haunted. He can smell ghost farts. Farts that happened from years ago.
Dude, other than that, I've only heard ghost fart one other time. It was in a rap song from Open Mike Eagle, and it is a damn good song. Open Mike Eagle. I'm pretty sure it's on the album Dark Comedy. I can't remember what the fuck the song is called though.
That's not the group that just did that thing recently to donate for and get the shirt and everything, was it? Who was that?
Donate? I don't know.
Yeah, remember. Just remember. I think it was like last year. You had told me about it so that we could
That's Unified School District.
That's it. Unified School District.
I still haven't gotten a shirt.
So if you're listening to this,
Yeah.
where the fuck is it?
Send me my goddamn shirt. I will wear it all the time. And I will not wash it because otherwise it'll shrink and then I'll get self-conscious and not wear it anymore.
Yeah, and Ingrid Nilsson, voice actor of Maud Pie and also renowned pole dancer. Where the fuck is my documentary that I donated $1,000 to be produced?
Maybe she just bought hookers and cocaine.
Oh wait, that's right. You turned it around and supposedly gave it to the Vancouver Food Bank. Fuck you!
Give them food, not money. You can't eat money.
We didn't want food. We wanted lap dances, Ingrid.
Great. Ha ha.
Ah.
In Aubrey Plaza, if you're listening to this, I think you're just great.
So, astrology.
God, really?
I just want to say this real quick.
Are we doing this? I'm a Scorpio, so that means...
No, I'm not going to bring up what means this, what means that. I'm just going to point out this real quick thing. I did the sun chart thing, right?
Okay.
And I did it for all my little brothers. Did it for my mom. I did it for you. Anybody who I had the contact information for, I contacted and was like, hey, send me your birth times. I want to know this shit. So I did everybody's sun chart. And or natal chart, my bad. And I could not find a single one out of anybody that I tested that looked anywhere close to mine. Mine was so heavily condensed towards the Sagittarius side. Most people's are scattered all over the place. They have planetary positions all over the place, blah, blah, blah. But mine was like all the planets and all the major celestial bodies were all in one area of the chart, which I couldn't, like I said, I hadn't seen on any other charts I had tested. Even when I'm going into celebrity astrology databases and looking at other celebrities, there are the typical chart looking things. that there's a celebrity out there. And if you're listening, this is my proposal to you. Because she is a Leo, which I guess is fire, blah, 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 compatibility, I know. And hers is the only one I found that is as condensed into one area as mine is. And it's condensed into a fire sign. So that must mean something. Her name is Alexa. Well, no, that's her stage name. She's a wrestler. She's like 5 foot tall, which is perfect. And her name is Lexi Kaufman.
Wait, how old is she?
27?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
She's close to your age.
Yeah.
And she's 5 foot?
5 feet of fury.
You could probably spin her on your dick like a dreidel. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I'm about to come. Dude, holy fuck. I saw a midget the other day. It was amazing.
You don't see those anywhere anymore.
I don't remember ever seeing a midget ever in my life.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Dude,
work with one.
that is awesome. Male or female?
Female.
She hot?
She's a midget.
So, yes.
That was very ignorant of me to say.
No. Maybe.
Oh, definitely.
Under
but
the right
whatever.
light. Is she like a fat midget, or is she like proportionately nice looking midget?
Well, okay. You know how you look at those some midgets and you think,
They prefer to be called little people.
you know how there's some of them you see and you're like, is that a midget or just an abandoned 3-year-old? Like, because they're...
Dude, if they're smoking cigarettes, have tattoos, and a bad attitude, they're probably a 3-year-old.
Or if they starred in an Austin Powers movie.
Hey, he died. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Vern Troyer.
Yes. One of the world's most renowned alcoholics.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I remember one of the only reality shows I ever watched, only because I was a dumb little kid so I could actually tolerate them, was it was some sort of like knockoff of The Real World, but it was, instead of on MTV, it was on VH1, and it was all celebrities. And Vern Troyer was in the house, and he was depressed as fuck, and he was an alcoholic, and like, yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, he was quite the character. I wish I could have known him in real life.
So I saw a midget,
Yes.
little blonde girl, and I was on the bus, so I couldn't stop and like, hey, can I take a picture? Can I have your autograph? Whatever. What circus did you escape from? I'm just being an asshole.
I'm your biggest fan.
But in that moment, I realized then this was a little hard for me to really, it was an epiphany I had. And it was a hard thing to come to, is that not all midgets are attractive.
I mean, I know we have completely different standards, but...
Dude, okay, look, like Bridget the midget, she's done Born, I would bang that midget.
Is that the one from that ICP movie?
Maybe.
Big Money Rustlers?
I haven't seen that, but maybe. She
Oh.
was in I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. She played a stripper in that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I saw this chick and I went, dude. I want, like, people that are into midgets just makes me think, okay, yeah, like, she could be 30, but it's still like fucking a little kid. She could have hair down there and it'd still be like fucking a little kid. And it bugged me. I was like, oh, man. What?
Oh my god. It just hit me.
Just hit me too. I need to take my dog out to take a shit before I go to work.
You know how that we're doing all this genetic modification stuff?
Yeah. GMO. OMG. GMO.
No, I mean like DNA modification so we have perfect babies.
Oh, yeah.
What if... Oh my god. What a slippery slope that is. I mean, I knew that it was dangerous, but I just now starting to realize some hypothetical situations for this. Like, what if a pedophilic, like, mother or father, because, you know, gender equality, we're all pedophiles. Fucking, they fucking they like genetically modify a person to never grow over a certain size, specifically because they're into kids.
Man. Well, then they'd also have to be incest.
They're already diddling little kids. I mean, what's a little incest?
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Could they do that? They probably could, huh? Just snip out the height gene. Seriously, I gotta take my dog to take a shit.
Yeah. What if they like? Because, you know, they could spin it. They could just say like, oh, you know, I'm trying to be part of the movie, or okay, think about it like this. Because a big argument for DNA modification.
To eradicate disease like autism and shit.
Exactly. But, you know, we have all these people out here who, like, you know, like midgets, who, like, yeah, that could be considered a physical disorder, but, you know, they don't think so. Yeah. They fucking own it. So a lot of those communities advocate against it because they're going to be saying, like, well, are you considering me a disorder? Like, are you going to try to eradicate my kind? So you could have parents saying like, oh, I'm just trying to keep this fucking, like, this group of people alive. Like, I'm trying to encourage that it's not a bad thing, and then just turn right around and diddle them.
They could use, they can use the whole advocating for a certain group to benefit themselves. Well, I mean, people, they want to eradicate